One Piece Chapter 1104 is titled Thanks Dad. If you haven't been following the series, you might think Monkey D. Dragon has suddenly arrived to help. And hey, 2024 is supposed to be the year of the dragon. Maybe he'll get into the action before the end of it. But no, it is because of KUMA. That hockey-powered punch from the end of 1103 wasn't just for show. The blow hits Saint Saturn, and it hits him hard. After everything he and Bonnie have been put through by Saturn, that bit of vengeance has to be extremely satisfying, even for an emotionless pacifista. But interestingly, it is not a Nikyu powered attack though. If it was, KUMA might have managed to turn this whole fight around just by throwing Saint Saturn to another island. So why didn't he do that? We know he still has the power of his Devil Fruit. The Marine spotted pads on his hands in the last chapter. Was KUMA not able to think of using his powers like that due to the pacifista process? Or would something about Saint Saturn's own powers make it useless? Could Saturn have some ability to essentially fly between islands, like Doflamingo Sora no Michi letting him move between clouds? Regardless, the attack still hurt Saint Saturn pretty badly. He's not only wounded by KUMA's punch, he straight up loses a limb. Granted, thanks to his Yuki form, he's got more of those to lose than regular people. But it is still getting a part of his body ripped off. For a guy who spends most of his time sitting around in a fancy room, that's gotta be some serious pain. Of course, everyone is surprised to see KUMA. No one expected him to show up for this fight, and they're only just now starting to register that he's not just another pacifista. It's a massive shakeup. The Straw Hats got a powerful ally right when everything seemed hopeless. The Marines just saw someone actually manage to challenge the Gorosei, injuring one of the strongest authorities in the world government. KUMA didn't just land a hit, he did serious damage to an absolute monster, and that's what shocked everyone. The Battle of Egghead just went from a one-sided takedown back to an actual fight. And this is actually enough to get Kizaru back up on his feet. Interestingly though, the Admiral doesn't manage to do much just yet, just launching some basic attacks on the Straw Hats. Is he still tired from his earlier fight against Luffy? Or is he actually holding back to give the Straw Hats, Vegapunk, and Bonnie not just a happy meal, but a chance to run? Either way, he is not the only one back in action. Saturn taking that damage from KUMA broke the paralysis effect he was having on the others. Everyone can move now, which means the whole crew can fight back properly. Granted, they still got a whole army of Marines to push through, but these are the Straw Hat Pirates. Most of them haven't even suffered serious injuries yet. But the Marines aren't going to take a chance on just winning a straight-up fight. Saint Saturn showing up clearly wasn't enough to end this mission. They need to move on to Plan B. So instead, the rank and file Marines are getting ready to destroy Egghead Island. That's always been the world government's approach when it comes to big enough problems. Most recently, they wrecked Lulusia, but Oda has been drawing a bunch of parallels between Egghead and Ohara, blowing up a great center of learning and knowledge. Still, that is an admission of defeat for the world government. They wanted Egghead intact so that they could use all of Vegapunk's cool inventions. If they blow up the whole island, they'd lose everything on it. Most notably, that includes 3 Seraphim. S-Hawk, S-Shark, and S-Snake are all still stuck in their bubbles, down in the basement layer. If the island sinks, they're all going to get trapped under the sea. As replacements for the power vacuum left by the warlords of the sea, they are very vulnerable. Throwing away 3 super weapons would be quite the costly failure. That's almost half the total number ever made. The Marines badly want the Straw Hats to go down for this. Oh, and also, Vegapunk York is there. She would probably die too, so no Mother Flame for Emu. I'm not sure that's an L the Gorosei are willing to take. The Marines planning to blow up the island puts this whole fight on a firm time limit for Luffy and his friends. Even if they can take down Kizaru and the Marines, they're not going to want to stick around. The Straw Hats need to get back to the Thousand Sunny and leave Egghead as fast as they can. And that is going to be really hard. Because despite KUMA getting off that big, overwhelming punch and ripping off a part of Saturn's body, it was not enough. Somehow, Saint Saturn fully heals his wound in almost no time, including growing back that missing limb. He's still ready to fight. Now, there are some manga where healing like that would not be a big deal. Jujutsu Kaisen has powerful fighters regrowing arms all the time, but healing factors are really rare in One Piece. Nothing we've seen of Haki can do it. Cyborgs don't have a self-repair function. There are only 3 Devil Fruits known to be able to do any healing at all, and none of them let the person using the fruit recover this fast. Law's Opi Opi no Mi does not let him treat wounds this quickly. The Chiyu no Mi, a fruit entirely based around healing, does not let you regrow lost body parts. Only one devil fruit can heal the person who ate it this fast. Marco's Tori no Mi, Model Phoenix. Now, that seems to explain what happened here, right? Unless he is literally a demon, Saturn's Gyuki form probably comes from another mythical Zoan devil fruit. If Marco can self-heal, why can't Saturn? But the old man's regeneration is probably something different. The Phoenix's whole power set focuses around rebirth. It makes sense within that myth for Phoenix Fire to heal you. The Gyuki is not associated with anything like that. It is a disease spirit. It does not make you better. So how did Saturn heal himself? Is this the result of some scientific experimentation? After all, he is a man of science as well. Is it some kind of advanced hockey use? Maybe this is something all the Gorosei can do, part of that weird magic that brought Saturn onto the island. Either way, it is a problem Luffy has never had to deal with before. Gear 5 is extremely good at annoying his opponents, using cartoon physics to nullify their attacks, while Luffy lands a ton of hits of his own. If Saturn can heal himself like this all the time, that makes any battle between him and Gear 5 Luffy way more even. It does seem to take Saturn some time to recover, so this isn't perfect. But Gear 5 does have a time limit before Luffy runs out of energy and goes into old man mode. Both of these super powerful monsters have weak spots. And there is no break next week, so we are going to be back in the fight really quickly. Just how close are we to the end of the Egghead Island arc? And does Oda have any more big plot twists planned before the Straw Hats leave? I mean, of course he does. I hope you guys appreciate the spoilers. Be on the lookout for our full chapter video coming up soon. As always, I am Slice of Otaku. Thank you all so much for watching and have an awesome day. I love you.